morning, good morning. How are you this morning? I don't know if you'll speak back, but all is well. Good morning, good morning. Decided to come on this morning. Something had popped up in my head to talk about today. And then I started listening to, because I like audio books. And the story that popped up kind of went along with what I thought in my head. So I figure it's something that I probably need to talk about, which is family dynamics. I wanted to talk about family dynamics because people's family dynamics are just like the topic of a segment that I'll follow or whatever. They're criticized and talk about, whatever, turning against each other and so on and so forth, right? So I think it's stupid, okay? I think the way that these people are turning against their own family is absolutely insane. And then it's because of nothing. That's the thing that makes it the craziest for me, right? And I'm saying that because I'm going to use my personal experience without going into detail about my personal experience. I'm saying that because these people are falling out because of some internet stuff, them allowing people to come into their inboxes, not face to face or, on the dinner date or hanging out or paying my bill time or doing something for me time, but allowing people to come into their inboxes and give them information on bull crap and destroying their family dynamic, right? So I'm going to use my personal experience again without giving too much. For instance, so I was raised by my mother. My mother married my stepfather, which is my father. That's who I consider my father. That's my daddy, because that's who raised me. That's who gave me, what I mean, what I needed as a young woman from from their father. So, and being that when I got older, I ran into my siblings by my biological father. I ran into my siblings who I had not grown up with, okay? Jesus. In doing so, we were raised different. Myself and my siblings, we were raised two different ways. I was raised on love. I was raised on what you do unto others, they should do unto you. So on. Not saying I was perfect or everything in my raising was perfect. I'm not saying that, because there were other things that happened in my life prior to whatever. I had a long life. So when I met up with them, all I wanted was to be with my brothers and sisters, right? I got brothers and sisters. Hooray! Here's the catch. As long as I didn't have much of shit, I was the best sister in the world, right? I was the best sister in the world. They loved me. As long as they could, step on my head, or probably, I'm going to say, do more or whatever. As long as they were above me, I was the best sister in the world. But have you know, luck hit my fan, which I have nothing now. It's a long story, book about it. Things were done to me that in a normal family dynamic should have never been done. You know what I mean? I know this wasn't a normal family dynamic because we had two separate mothers. We all had the same father with separate mothers. But I was their own blood, right? So the things that were done to me, the games that were played with me, the setups that were done, the talking about, the jealousy, the demonic spiritual segments that were done should have never been done, okay? Mind you, I took full responsibility of it because I'm on the freeway. I know some people are down. I'm gonna say hi. I see Caleb, I see Rummy, and I see William. Y'all, I'm driving on the freeway. Okay, that's all I see so far. Okay, I took responsibility. It took some time after I beat myself in the head saying stupid, 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 stupid. But I took responsibility on my part because I was a grown woman, and regardless of if I had the knowledge or I knew better, it was still me. You know what I mean? It was still me who fell for whatever I fell for, or did whatever I did, or whatever. It was still me. And in doing that, it took time for me to be away from everybody, to be able, I'm gonna say, to heal. Well, I said that to say this: the things that happened to me during this time were freaking 25 million times fold worse than what is going on this internet in this segment that I have been following and their family dynamics. I look at them and like, y'all stupid. Y'all stupid for real. Y'all letting this mess get into y'all when y'all could just go behind the scenes and talk to each other and say, hey, da 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 da, bing bang boom, and let it be done. Like, what is the cause behind what happened to me was money. And it wasn't no small fries from people. I'm not saying that what you give us is small fries, but it takes a lot of you guys, and it takes a lot of work for you guys to give us. So and it's over time, over 30 days. It has to, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's small fries. What I'm saying is small fries is it was a big amount at a big time. You feel what I'm saying? So compare, contrast. I don't know what it means, but it sounds good. Compared to what I had to go through with my people and what they're going through with their people is absolutely insane. When not one of them is disabled, they can all get up off their tailbone and go to work if they need something. So if it has something to do with money, it's their own fault. Because I realized during the time, you got to realize what's your fault, what's not your fault. So it can't be about money, especially if none of them are disabled. What I'm saying. So I feel like this has to be something that's deeper than what we see actually on the internet. I feel like there's some held up old grudges or something that have been there for a period of time that we don't see. Now with mine, yes, for one of my siblings, they were jealous of me. They told me I'm trying to steal their dad. And I'm like, you are a grown person. You are over 10 years older than me. And I'm grown. And how am I trying to steal your dad type thing, right? So, and then it came to a part is I want you to see what I could do type thing. It was like it was so petty and ridiculous that it just absolutely made no sense whatsoever. But me only wanting my siblings, I didn't, not knowing how snakish people can be, or how the word love absolutely means nothing when it's a deceptive intent behind it. I didn't know that, right? I had no clue because I was never around that kind of stuff. I still stayed. I still pressed to hold that family. I still did what I needed to do, or what I thought I wanted to do, to be part of my sisters and brothers or whatever. It took a lot for me to see. My children, my oldest son even was telling me some stuff, and I'm like, boy, you don't know what you're talking about. You still young, But in fact, he did. In fact, my child was dead spot on. He was right on point about what he was saying to me and what he was talking about. So sometimes we got to listen to our children, because sometimes, especially if your children are smart, okay? Even if they're not smart, if they know them streets, you might need to listen to them on some things. But anyway, it's a thin line between that. But I should have listened to my children, But I kept pushing. See, I kept pushing because I grew up. I was the only child, but I wasn't the only child. My brother, my stepbrother, when I I think 14. He came to, stay with me and my mom and my dad. And remember, I said my dad, I call my dad my stepdad. My stepdad is my father. That is my daddy. That is who raised me. That's my daddy. Okay, I'm daddy's girl. I call my daddy all the time. Matter of fact, he might have tried to call me this morning while I was in the shower, and I might have missed the call, but that's my daddy. We check on each other. I go see them. That's my daddy. I buy him Father's Day gifts, birthday gifts, whatever. That's my daddy. Okay, that's who raised me. Hey, Kaj. So, and being that, I cannot understand. Hold on. This is the thing. I cannot understand. Even though, let me say this. Even though I feel like my brothers and sisters did what and what, and I did what and what, because nobody was perfect. Everybody did what they did, whatever, okay? But at the end of the day, the whole tragedy started over something that belonged to me. Not to them, but to me, okay? It was mine. And then they got, whatever, okay? Even though during that thing, I would have never allowed anyone to talk about the innocent children or the ill children in that family, and I didn't. Some children had situations and issues, and you say something about it. Hey, I'm not saying shit, because what's right is right, is wrong. That's how I am about that. But them children who had nothing to do with nothing, and them children that ain't never did nothing wrong, you couldn't say nothing about them to me, because at the end of the day, that was still my blood, So the only thing that I say to one of the siblings, this is what I say to one of them. Whatever y'all got going on is minute in this world. Compared to the issues that are in this world, it's minute. But I don't suggest you try this, but I suggest you think of this. The same type of things that he said about the same type of things that your spouse said about your brothers, your sisters, and their children, and the mothers and the fathers or whatever, I would suggest you try saying it about theirs. And I guarantee, in a heated argument or situation, and I guarantee you're going to get popped. I guarantee the outcome is not going to be a good one. You cannot say the same things that person said about your family, about their family. Okay? So regardless of what y'all going through your blood, you came from the same one or both parents. You know what I'm saying? So a third party should not be disrespectful to your family and acting like it is for you. If it is for you, they will tell you, hey, stop. If you don't want to deal with them, don't talk about it. Or go talk about it with them. Try to fix it. Family is everything. That's what it's supposed to be. Hey, Brittany, good morning. That's what it's supposed to be. I'm not saying that all family is good family or whatever, but at the end of the day, what's going on with the segment that I was involved in, if y'all want to hear more about the segment, if you're not part of that segment, let me know and we'll talk about it. But look, this is bananas. When I tell you it's bananas, it is absolutely insane. I cannot imagine my spouse, my mate, my man, or if I was a man, the woman, the wife, the mate, being disrespectful, not only to my adult siblings, but to the children. These are my nieces and my nephews and my cousins, and I just couldn't imagine that. I could not imagine that. Now, what's insulting? First of all, people need to learn the difference between a statement and an insult, or talking about and a statement and talking about and a statement and referencing. People need to understand that. So education is very, very, very minimal in this thing, because people don't understand certain things. Like if I say she needs to take better care of her kids, right? If I said that, people would just assume, because I don't know if they're understanding the education, the English, the grammar, I don't know what it is, would assume that I said something about, they would assume that I was talking about the children of that person. No, 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 no. What I'm saying is, your sorry tail ain't taking care of them babies, and you need to. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that about anybody at this point. I'm just giving an example. So, I understand a mate protecting their spouse and standing up for their spouse and standing in the gap for their spouse and speaking where their spouse is silent. But if you are disrespectful or insulting to your spouse's family, male or woman, you are not helping them. Good morning, True Slayer. You are not helping them. You are a part of the problem. You are a part of the problem. Now, here's something that I do want to say. If a spouse is intentionally causing tension or escalating tension between you and your family, that is a form of what's that word I'm trying to say, isolation. It's a form of isolation, or that might not be the word, but it's a part of pulling you into their circle so you have no one, so that when they do their change and their swoop and swap, especially if they're known for the swoop and swap in the past, baby, you are doomed. You are doomed. Male or female, you need to get yourself together and get right. I know that's wrong with your people, at least to a point where if you need them, they will come. I'm just saying. Unless you got the people like mine, that's a whole different ball game right there. But yeah, we're not doing that. But y'all, this is something else. It is really something else. I don't understand people. Ain't no family like the one I got. That's a whole scenario studio. But you ain't gonna hear, or you didn't hear me getting on there doing stuff. Yeah, you heard. Well, no, I ain't gonna even say that. Back in the day, oh yeah, my family got on there doing some wild stuff. But guess what happened? Guess what happened? It went away. You want to know why? Because I was that beat. I was that beat back in the day. You couldn't phase me back in the day. I was phased. I was completely phased. But you couldn't phase me. You just didn't know you phased me, right? Because I was petty. Everybody know I can be really petty when I want to. But I've pulled back on that because it ain't that's dangerous. That's treacherous, that's very bad, being petty. I'm gonna tell you, I was petty. And I'm a Leo, so I would sit back and think about the pettiness that I wanted to instill. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. And the pettiness that I brought out, ooh, child, let me tell you, it didn't physically touch you, but baby, you thought it physically touched you. Oh yeah. I didn't have to talk about nobody mamas, nobody daddies, nobody nothing. I didn't have to touch you. I didn't have to say nothing to you, but my pettiness stung. And that is not a good thing, because that could get somebody really hurt. It could get somebody really hurt, right? Hurt. So I calmed down a lot, y'all. I took time for myself and learned who I wanted to be, or who I was before I was hurt. So when you're hurt, you become a different way, which I'm not saying is good or bad, because when you hurt, you hurt. But I didn't like that hurt Robbie. That hurt Robbie was a dangerous Robbie. That hurt Robbie would not be free walking the streets. One to two things would happen to that hurt Robbie. She'd either be behind bars, or she'd be unalive. So that hurt Robbie had to, or she might have hurt a lot of people, one way or the other. But that hurt Robbie had to realize that's not who she was. That was just a Robbie that was hurt due to circumstances and situations that were put upon her from other people. And other people do not determine who you are. You do. So I had to, I had to get with it. I had to get with it. It wasn't me. No, ma'am, it was not me. So, back to what I was saying, this stuff is crazy. These people that talk about their family and do things about their family, and I'm not saying their family is good, I'm not saying their family is bad, because I don't know the back end of their family, but they need to go and get help. I see I could go, what I'm saying is not saying about one person directly. That's the reason why I'm saying it, because I don't want anybody to say, oh, she on their side, they on their side. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not getting into the family business. I'm just saying it's dead wrong. It's just wrong. And it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Okay? It's wrong. Who's wrong first? Who's wrong last? Who's wrong second? I'm going to say this. If you think, because this is me not knowing who started it, but this is what I'm going to say. If you think you can if you think that you can hit somebody and them not hit you back, you are wrong. If you think you can insult somebody and them not insult you back, you are wrong. Okay? You are wrong. Now, here's the thing. Just because a person doesn't do it does not mean you are right. That person has more self-control than the next. But just because a person does it does not mean that they are wrong. That just means they are human. Meaning, it's not wrong to defend yourself, and it's not wrong not to say anything in defense of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? It just means that you chose not to let it go or whatever. But as they say in this thing, you keep poking the bear, you might get a response. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who said what to whose dog first. But I'm just saying, you cannot do something to a person or say something to a person and not expect someone to retaliate or say something to you. I'm not saying that the retaliation or the return fire is right or wrong. I'm just saying you cannot expect for it not to happen, because in turn, everybody is human. If something has happened offline or hurt you, get offline and fix it. Online is not the place to fix it, because it forever lingers. It's always there. It's going to be there. Somebody has it. Somebody got it. Yeah, somebody got it. And it's always going to be some hurt feelings. No matter if you try to fix your family or fix it, it's always going to be some hurt feelings and some stuff behind it. It's just like you can't fix it like that. If you feel like it's that bad, go to counseling. Let a third party that does not have anything to do with the situation mediate. A professional, not your friends or your homie or your spouses. A person who has no interest in the situation besides, getting paid for your session. Ain't nobody gonna listen to nobody drama for free. Okay? I literally don't mean your friends and family. I mean somebody. Back in the day we had a phone book, or now we got Google. Okay? Find somebody. That's how you handle a family dispute, a family situation, a family altercation. You find someone that has nothing to do with the situation to mediate the situation. And then y'all get help. And y'all continue to be a happy family. Grow. Be together. But other than that, y'all is doomed if y'all do this, if y'all do what's on this thing. If y'all do what they've been doing on here, let me tell you, you're doomed. You're doomed. I tell you, you're doomed. You're doomed. This ain't the business. The little, man, I'm going to go. Because my little butt want to say some stuff. And it ain't good. It's not good what I want to say. Because again, I don't want nobody saying, oh, she on this side or she on this side. No, I'm just telling you it's wrong. I don't have enough information to be on a side. And guess what? I don't care to research it because it's stupid. It's just plain old stupid. You feel me? It's stupid. If ain't nothing but more stupider, it's bringing your family feuds on the internet because you're family. Get off the internet and fix it. And then what's even worse is if your family grew up in the same household or was close or have been close. That's the dumbest mess I ever seen in my life. Where you gonna let the court of public opinion, people who don't know you, decide what your family uh, direction should be? Like, come on, man. Y'all got to be some senseless ass people. Excuse my French. Got to be senseless. Got to be. The court of public opinion decide your family dynamics. Man, get out of here. These people want drama. Some people want drama. Some people want mess. Some people, like I say, social media is now the new TV shows, the new episodes, right? Come on, man. They just tune into the next step to give you a little edge of what to talk about. Or somebody said this to whose dog, or snip a clip and send you. And now you back on it again. And now they got a new episode. Or they get to see, man, if you don't get yourselves off this internet with your family disputes, I will slap you through this internet. Slap, slap, get, go. You know, like, come on, man. Do I need to put y'all on punishment myself? Each one of y'all on punishment. You got 10 days away from the social media. Then you got 15 days of counseling after that. So that means you need to sit in your room in the corner for 10 days and then 15 days of counseling individually, right? So that's 25 days. And then the next 5 days, y'all go to counseling as a whole together. Golly, maybe that'll help y'all. Sheesh. So you will understand that whatever y'all mad at is probably minute. It's probably stupid. It's probably something you didn't hear yourself. It's probably something you misunderstood. This is for all the family members, not one particular one. This is for all of. It's probably something so minute you're going to feel stupid. So now you're going to figure out a way to find something. Like, that's how stupid this crap be. Y'all, they don't even get this, bro. This is crazy. But yeah. Up at work. Y'all know I didn't want to get up today either. Yes, I am clocking in late intentionally. I will go in a little bit. I don't want to go in right now. They need to figure something out. I got time. I got like almost 10 minutes. I'm going to go 7:15. Oh, they sent me a birthday shout out. Happy birthday. Today's what, the 4th? True Slayer, you got 2 more days. Yep, y'all, I just don't understand it. This is insane. Can y'all imagine y'all getting into it with y'all family and it's all over the internet and everybody got a piece and a part to say about it? Can y'all imagine that? That is crazy. For what? I'm not saying that I will never do it. I'm not saying that I haven't done it, because, you know, shoot, we all do stupid stuff. But come on, we grown, y'all. This is worse than childish stuff. This is insane. Absolutely insanity, I tell you. Absolutely insane. I just cannot believe this. I cannot believe this, y'all. I cannot believe that they have put their man, this is crazy. Keep in mind, I'm not saying one side is right, one side is wrong. I'm just saying this shit is crazy. Like, who does this? Who does this? Who does this? who does this. You got to be some kind of special to do this for likes, clicks, and views. You got to be. Child. Is that the right one? Yeah, okay. All right. I'm going to go in at 7:15, 7 minutes. I don't even get it. Shoot, my daddy would come get me and drag me by my ear. My daddy, he would drag me by my ear. Now, mind you, if I ever decide to write this book and y'all write this and y'all read this book and y'all will probably say, and this girl happy? This girl okay? This girl still smiling? You doggone right, because I'm still here. My children are still here. Sometimes people don't make it during this time or through this situation that I made it through. So I have to be thankful that I'm still here. You know? Let me tell you. But this right here, y'all, I might give it some more pieces and stuff and come and say a little bit more here or there about what I heard and what I hear. But I probably won't. And if I do, it won't be to take sides. It'll be to show how stupid it is. Like the stupidity of it all. It might be in that manner. I don't know. I got better stuff to talk about. Y'all, I would have been on this weekend, but y'all know I went and overate. Because I don't know, I overate and it took me all the way out. I ain't doing that no more because I don't even want no food, y'all. I don't even want no food. What I had yesterday? Yesterday I had a pizza for lunch, and that's all I ate. I ain't want nothing. I was done. I'm still done with food. But I will talk to y'all later. I'm finna go ahead and fight with the office. Well, not fight with her, but go ahead fight. Go ahead. And then hopefully I don't be too tired. I keep saying that every day. I'm gonna surprise y'all. Yesterday I was gonna go, but it was too much. It was popping on there. I know I would have had probably one person on here and we would have been sitting here just looking at each other. So I wasn't gonna do it. But maybe today when I get off. Maybe. We'll see. Depends on how I feel. But I want y'all to take care. Be safe. And thank y'all for rocking with me.